So, hello and welcome. And in this video, we are going to be discussing the social science paper of paper 2, which was taken on 21st January 2024. So, this is code M, and you can always check the questions as per the code that you have. So, let's dig in. So, question 31 is an assertion and reason. In 1960, the bilingual state of Bombay was divided into Marathi and Gujarati speaking, so Maharashtra and Gujarat. This is correct. In 1966, Punjab was divided into Punjab and Haryana. This is also correct. So both A and R are true, but R does not explain A. Punjab and Haryana did not happen because Maharashtra and Gujarat happened. So option 2 would be correct. Ladakh is also called Little Tibet due to geographical proximity, religious similarity, linguistic similarity, and similar. So all A, B, C, D, all would be correct. Which of the following ideas was questioned by people from the 7th century? So they were talking about the fact that social privileges are not a result of one's birth. So caste privileges were being questioned. The atmosphere is a thin layer of earth surrounding the earth. What keeps the air? So this is due to the gravitational force of the earth. 35, it was during Shah Jahan's reign that different elements of Mughal architecture were fused and a grand harmony synthesis took place. This is true because Shah Jahan was also called the prince of the builders, and his reign witnessed a huge amount of construction activity, especially in Agra and Delhi. So both A and R true, and R explains A will be the correct answer. Our solar family consists of the following celestial bodies. So remember, our solar family will consist of one sun. So constellations are sun, this will be wrong. Pole star is another star, so this will be wrong. Saptarshis are stars, so this will be wrong. So sun, planets, satellites, asteroids, meteoroids, this will be the correct answer. The logic being that in our solar system, we will only have one star, that is our sun. In 1817, James Mill published the book. It is called A History of British India. It was in 3 volumes, correct? And he divided it into Hindus, Muslims, and British. So this is second one is wrong. So the answer is A is true, but B is false. Railway network is now extensively being covered, and why? Because there are advanced technology. Now we can make it. Earlier we could not make it, so it was not done. So 1770, terrible famine killed 10 million people in Bengal. This is correct, and about 1/3 of the population died. So this is correct. So both A and B are true. So choose the statement that explains the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. So this is where Ganga and the Brahmaputra meet in the Bay of Bengal. So coniferous trees grow. This is wrong. Coniferous tree does not grow. It is in the subtropical region. Yes, monsoon climate and varied topography. So B, C, and D will be correct. So coniferous trees do not grow here, they grow up in the hills. Sri Purush Tulna, this is a very oft asked question. Tarabai Shinde's Sri Purush Tulna. The earliest evidence of growing crops like wheat and barley. So this is in the Suleiman and Kirtar hills. Assertion and reason. Stereotypes prevent people from doing certain things that they are good at. This is correct. Stereotype stops us from recognizing unique qualities and fits them into one pattern. So both A and R true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Like I could be very good at playing cricket, but because I'm a girl, I'm not supposed to play cricket. So that is the reason we stop people. So this is the correct assertion and correct reason. Which of the following two gases make up the bulk? So it is nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen is 78%, oxygen is 21%. So this is a very simple question asked. 45 statement question. So the Ved Samaj was set up in Madras in 1864. It was inspired by the Brahmo Samaj. So B is wrong, A is true, B is false. The Child Marriage Restraint Act was passed in 1929, and the age given was 18 for men and 16 for women. India and Bangladesh are leading producers of jute that supports the growth of jute. So it grows well in alluvial soil, correct. It requires high temperature, it requires low temperature. So this is wrong, heavy rainfall. So A, B, and D, A, B, D. Winds blow dry leaves. How do winds blow? So they move from high pressure to low pressure. Torrid zone on Earth receives maximum heat. It is because the midday sun is exactly overhead. So the torrid zone is your tropical zone. So the midday sun is right on top. So that is why we have a lot of heat. Lines drawn on globes are known as latitudes, longitudes. What purpose? So not to make design, they are used to locate places on the earth. Which one of the following is not true regarding the Hindustan Social Republic? Because Bhagat Singh was and his comrades founded. It was found in 1928 at Firozshah Kotla, not in Amritsar, and they assassinated Saunders. So, which is not true? Okay, to find not true. So, it was not found in Amritsar. Assertion and reason, Mahalwari system for revenue was introduced by Holt Mackenzie. This is true. The charge of collecting the revenue and paying it to the company was given. This is also true. So both are true, but R does not explain A. Which of the following statements help in sustainable development? So we should reduce consumption of resources. We should therefore not increase. We should recycle, reuse. So reduce, reuse, and recycle. So A, C, D, A, C. What makes an object or substance a resource? So utility or usability is the first thing which will make it a resource. The prairies are known as granaries of the world. Select the conditions that help in production of surplus. So people do not use technology is wrong. They are hardworking. Well, okay. Scientific methods are used here. There's lack of rainfall. So B and C, yeah, I guess B and C. True representative model is a globe. So tribes have rich and unique cultural traditions, including their own language, music, etc. So this is a true assertion. Land, forest, etc. regarded as wealth of the entire tribe, and everybody shares and uses it. This is also true, and because of that, they have a rich culture. So both A and R are true, and R explains A. So the disease that spreads from one person to another through food, water is communicable disease. So some of these questions are very, very simple. Like if you look at history and polity which have come, they are really quite simple questions. Now, Dadabhai Nauroji never became a president. This is not true. He became a president quite a few times. He was a parliamentary and publicist. He was settled in London, and he was for some time a member of the British Parliament. So A is wrong, A is false, R is true. R, I don't know why they call it R. It should just be two statements. 61, teaching of social studies is important at the elementary stage. Yes, that is true. It sensitizes the children to social issues. Correct, correct, correct. So both A and R are true, and R explains A. Now you might say social studies is not taught at the elementary stage, but it is just called environmental studies, but it is studies of the society. So it is a social studies. 62, many cases of farmer suicides have been reported. This is true. Failure of monsoon, inability to play roles. Yes. So both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Identify immediate measures which ensure women's safety. These are options. So provision of child care centers, definitely. Seats of women in parliament, this will not help. Occupational safety, pickup drop off facilities. So A, B, and D, this will be the correct answer. Which of the following statements are true about inquiry approach? And again, options. So it encourages problem solving, yes. Gather and evaluate evidence, yes. Teacher doesn't decide the pace of learning. It is a quick way of learning. No, it does take time. So A and B. Identify a skill-based objective in social science. Okay, so to draw a map will be a skill-based. Understanding is understanding, develop respect, acquire knowledge. So skill-based will be ability to draw a map. Okay, 66, assertion reason. The disciplines that make up social science are history, geography, political science, and economics. This is correct. There is interrelationship between the disciplines. So both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. While evaluating social science, the following questions will help understand its objectives. So the skills in the syllabus will definitely be needed. Is it derived from a standard text or a combination of text? So, will it help in the understanding the objectives? I don't think this will help. Detail of the syllabus, as in how deep you want it to go, well, may or may not help. Level of competence which you derive from them. So this will help. A and D definitely have to be there. So A and D is one. A and D should not be there. So B definitely is not there. So I will go with option 2. This is being done in the process of elimination. I will wait and see what CTET says about this answer. 68. The Indian judiciary upholds the rule of law without any fear, maintains effective control because of. So this is because of the independence of judiciary in India. Which of the following is not a characteristics of CCE? So it focuses on all-round development. It is an integral part. It includes assessment of both scholastic. Okay, so it is based on marks-based evaluation. This is not a characteristics of the CCE. Many workshops and factories located in industrial areas, they employ casual workers. Why? They can hire and fire them. This is true. They save on salaries. They work long hours without demanding overtime. Yes. They are more hardworking. We don't know whether they are more hardworking. But yeah, A, B, and C. Let me see. Yeah. An alert and vigilant public is necessary for developing a strong democracy. In India, the state maintains a principal distance. Okay, options are there. So this means that state could interfere on the basis of ideals. Yes, state and religion can interfere. They generally know they cannot transgress the society. State can regulate religious affairs when need arises. So it will be A and D. So lots of assertion and reason questions in the paper today. Open book exams shift the focus away from rote learning to a more involved. This is very true. Open book exams reduce the burden of students, yes, as they don't need to prepare. No, this is not true. You still have to prepare. So A is true, only A is true. Following are some questions, comments that you have received from your students in a class. Which question reflects the student's ability to critically look at the issue of poverty and inequality? So poverty and inequality. Why is it that luxury cars and beggars can both be seen? Okay, this seems to be a good question. Why can't poor people work harder? No. When will India become developed? Why does the government give free foods to the poor? So by elimination, this is the best. Which of the following statement is irrelevant in representation of diagnostic evaluation? They are used for comparing. So comparing will not be there. They conducted identify learning difficulty usually followed. So they are used for comparing of learning achievements. So this will not be, this is absolutely irrelevant, not a part of diagnostic evaluation at all. So at which stage of school education as per NCF are social study topics independently introduced? So this is introduced at the upper primary stage, that is from 6 to 8. Which of the following is true about sources? So they are concrete in nature, more concrete. They're all historical, no, not necessary. They are objective, yes. They include, yes. So A, C, and D will be included. A, C, D. 78. Which of the following classroom activities will help students critically look at the role of media? So we have options. Asking students to have classroom discussions, okay, on the topic. Can't the government prevent certain news from being aired? Why might it do so? So yeah, it is looking at the role of media in society, asking them to bring clippings on the same issue and make comparisons as to how they have been reported. Yes, this is also good. Asking students to collect news items they have received on WhatsApp group or through social media platform and using that. So I think all three are good if you want them to look at the role of media in society. So I will go with A, B, and C. If the school allows WhatsApp and all that, but I think why not? It's the latest way and we should include it. For teaching which of the following topics, a tree chart would be best suited. So a tree chart basically shows things happening over a lot of time. So it will be something like hierarchy of historical events in a particular era that will have a tree chart, although summary of reign of ruler, modern history, all that can be done, not distribution of demographics. That doesn't require a tree chart. But yes, this would be a better idea. I'm going with 2. Question 80. Which of the following resources strategies can make a social science classroom inclusive? Okay, and you have to choose one. Display stories of people from various communities. This should be the answer. Only dominant, avoiding examples, encouraging only answers. So, no. It is possible that there might be students belonging to the marginalized sections in your class. So, when you're talking about the notion of marginalization, which are the following things should you keep in mind? So, we have options out here. Taking names might cause discomfort. Yes, we should keep this in mind. Such issues need to be handled with sensitivity, definitely. Some students might feel shame in talking. Yes, they might. Students should be forced, so no forcing. So, A, B, and C. Which of the following are features of a project work? Okay, they provide opportunities to go beyond the textbook. Yes, the project should ideally be done at home. Never. Group projects helps to develop collaborative skills in students. So A and C is the best out here. What is the advantage of field work? And no options. Okay, it provides first-hand knowledge. I think this will be the first answer. Memorization, field work. So it does development skill, but the main thing is it provides first-hand knowledge. That's why we go to the field. Testing knowledge. Yeah, okay. The best is first-hand knowledge. Why do elections take place after a fixed time in a democracy? So options are there. Accountability, yes. Equal political participation, debate. It's not a customary practice. So A, B, and C. What is the best method to teach the concept of insolation? So insolation is basically showing that how much of the sun's rays reach Earth, and I'm not sure how you can demonstrate it, but therefore we will go with case study, because you can't expect the child to go place to place and survey. Brainstorming is of no use here. Demonstration actually would be very good, but you can't really demonstrate this. If a teacher could maybe bring it in. So case study, I think, would be the best option out here. Let's see what CTET will say about this. 86. The statement Indian Constitution provides safeguards to religious and linguistic minorities as a part of fundamental rights. Okay, so choose the correct option. It protects the minorities against possible cultural domination. Yes. It protects minorities from any discrimination. Yes. It safeguards their interests. It guarantees, so there's no guarantee of economic opportunities or anything. So A, B, and C. A, B, C. 87. Which of the following is most appropriate for reducing curricular load of social science syllabus? Minimize the emphasis on memorizing. Yes, we should minimize. Focus on conceptual clarity. Yes. Skipping certain topics. No, we don't want to do this. So A and B. Only A and B. 2 fundamental rights which the marginalized group can invoke to insist that they can be treated. So, right of equality, treated with dignity and as equal. So, right of equality is, of course, the first thing. And once they have cultural and educational rights, now, right against exploitation is good, but like right to liberty, these are all good rights. But if they get their right to equality, so right against liberty and exploitation will come under that only. And if they have cultural and education rights, so A and B will ensure that they are treated with dignity and as equal. A and B. 89. Consider the following assessment questions A and B related to working of the state government. What is the purpose of a press conference? How is it different from a legislative assembly debate? Okay. What is the term used to refer to elected representatives who are not members of the ruling party? Okay. Oh, okay. The question is choose the correct option. So A is testing your conceptual knowledge and B is testing factual knowledge. So factual knowledge is knowledge of fact. What is the term used for them? So they are the opposition people. And what is the purpose? Is a concept. So A is testing conceptual knowledge, B is testing factual knowledge. And the last question, question 90, is the distinctiveness of the Adivasi societies is prevalent. So they don't have a caste system, practice of range of tribal Religions distinct from others, yes. Distinct language use, presence of little hierarchy. So B, C, and D. So with this, we end the social science section of paper 2, 21st January 2024. All the other three sections, that is CDP, English, and Hindi, have been already completed and put up on the channel. Thank you for watching.